Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing something slightly different to usual. I'm on Star Stable. So today I'm going to be taking Disco, my 16-1 Belgian warm blood gelding, for a little jump in our local arena. So he's about 6 rising 7, so he's not very old, a little bit inexperienced, but we're going to go there for practice. So let's get straight into it. So I began by giving him a quick groom and a bath because although it didn't show it on camera, he was actually very muddy and dusty and I didn't want him to be uncomfortable where his tack was going to be sitting. Then I popped his saddle pad on, his saddle, his tendon boots and lastly his bridle. So then I got myself ready by just taking my coat off and then I hopped on him. I always like to get on in the barn because it's usually quite busy outside because Silverglade Equestrian Centre is quite a popular livery yard. So then I made the short walk down to the arena and then once we were in there I let him have a little look around because we hadn't been in this arena for a while, especially we hadn't jumped in it for ages, so I just let him have a look so he wasn't going to be too spooky when we actually did start jumping. Once he had had a bit of a walk around, I started to give him a trot so he was nice and warmed up. Once we had had a bit of a trot on both reins, I cantered him so we were ready for our first fence. So the first one was a little cross and he popped over that very nicely. So sorry Disco, these angles are really strange, and then we went over a little upright. The angles are really strange because some of them were set up as combinations. So then we circled round and went over the cross again. I just kind of did a bit of a circle exercise just to make sure he was listening to my leg aids. Then we popped over a slightly larger upright. Then I set him up to these planks. He refused, reared, and I fell off. I don't really know what happened that much, but I fell off. So yeah, I gave him a pat and got back on because I was absolutely fine. I did put the jump down a bit so it didn't seem as intimidating when we went round and tried it again. And yeah, I just let him have a little look at it. He was such a good boy just standing there whilst I was on the floor. And he went over that so well. He just regains his confidence so incredibly quickly, and I just thought, you know what, I think he'll be fine. So I just popped him over the triple combination and he flew over it like nothing had ever happened. And yeah, he flew over the rest, so I will let you guys enjoy. So, oh my goodness, Disco was such a legend. He was amazing, but I was telling he was starting to get a little bit tired. So I called him off, walked him back to the barn and hopped off. I just had to give him the biggest pat in the world because he was such a good boy. Then I gave him a well-deserved apple. And then I hosed him off and untacked him because he did get a little bit sweaty. Then I brought him back to his stable for a bit of a rest. Also, these are some photos that I took of him absolutely on fire over these jumps. He did overjump a lot of them, but I think he had an amazing time. Oh my goodness, Disco jumped those fences like a boss. Anyway, I hope you really enjoyed watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye!